There's a lot of popcorn talk.
Hot topic of the day. Let's talk about this popcorn.
Hot topic.
We have the websites for these people's foundations.
RAVE Foundation.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Soundwave.
Thank you, James.
Thank you for your support tonight at the Zach Scott Testimonial, hosted by the Emerald City supporters and Seattle Sounders FC. Tonight we celebrate the career of Mr. Sounder Zach Scott, who spent his 15-year professional soccer career as a Seattle Sounder. Proceeds from tonight's match go to Zach, who has graciously decided to donate the majority of the money to the RAVE Foundation, Sounders FC's charitable arm, and the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund, run by Seattle Children's Hospital. Zach will also set aside a portion of the proceeds to help put his children through college. The Zach Scott Fan Club is selling limited edition Mahalo scarves outside Section 3. Proceeds from the sale will be donated to charity. Make sure to stop Scott.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Richard.
Seattle Sounders FC leads, serves, and invests in our region through RAVE Foundation. RAVE uses soccer as a vehicle to inspire, remove barriers to participation, and strengthen communities. Learn more about how you can support RAVE at ravefoundation.org. Make sure to stop by the auction table outside Section 3 for your chance to own authentic Zach Scott game or memorabilia. Zach will be stopping by the table post-game to sign all winning items after the match. Proceeds from the auction will go to the RAVE Foundation, Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund, and his kids' college fund. You can also participate in tonight's auction by texting Zach Scott to 52182. Again, that number to text is 52182. Bidding closes at the end of halftime. The Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund is an organization dedicated to funding research for curing kids with brain tumors. Brain tumors are the deadliest form of childhood cancer, and those that survive are often left with devastating cognitive and physical effects of their treatment. The Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund is sponsored and sanctioned by Seattle Children's Hospital and is working hard to find a cure for each and every child. Thank you for your support.
Oh yeah, that's
So national.
hello. Enough to get the self-esteem up, but not enough to make it big.
It makes up for all the times I've gone to the
Yeah, right. That's always the surprise. Is when you're like, out for the day or something. Like, hey, are you manly? Like, I am.
James Jackson.
I do afternoons. So I go from 3 to 7. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, at home.
We play 21 pilots. We got it like that. We play 21 pilots all the
My 13-year-old boys
That's kind of my favorite thing to do. I had one meeting about it. I gotta go.
Scott Testimonial, hosted by the Emerald City Supporters and Seattle Sounders FC. Tonight we celebrate the career of Mr. Sounder, Zach Scott, who spent his 15-year professional soccer career as a Seattle Sounder. Make sure to stop by the auction table outside Section 3 for your chance to own authentic Zach Scott game-worn memorabilia. Zach will be stopping by the table post-game to sign all needed items after the match. Proceeds from the auction will go to the RAVE Foundation, the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund, and his kids' college fund. Bidding closes at the end of halftime. And now down to the pitch, here's Soundwave.
Yeah, Soundwave!
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
Defender, number 2, Daniel Scott. Forward, number 3, Colin Rigby. Defender, number 4, Danny Jackson. Forward, number 5, Kalane Scott. Defender, number 6, Ryan Edwards. Midfielder, number 7, Leighton O'Brien. Defender, number 8, Jimmy Traore. Forward, number 9, Craig Tomlinson. Midfielder, number 10, Jason Farrell. Forward, number 11, Kevin Forrest. Midfielder, number 12, Sean Henderson. Midfielder, number 13, Jacob Waxman. Midfielder, number 14, Darren Sawatsky. Midfielder, number 15, Kevin Sakuda. Midfielder, number 17, Ezra Hendrickson. In goal, number 18, Kasey Keller. Midfielder, number 21, Ben Samosa. Forward, number 23, Cam Weaver. And midfielder, number 16, Michael Morris. With head coach, defender, number 3, Brad Evans. And here's the lineup for Team Alonso in Rave Green. In goal, number 1, Ben Dragobon. Defender, number 2, Scott Jenkins. Midfielder, number 6, Santa Maria Rivera. Midfielder, number 7, Viet Nguyen. Midfielder, number 8, Jake Segar. Midfielder, number 9, Gonzalo Pineda. Midfielder, number 11, Steve Zakowani. Midfielder, number 12, Nate Sturgis. Defender, number 14, Michael Tete. Midfielder, number 16, Chad Brown. Midfielder, number 19, Chris Henderson. Forward, number 21, Nate Jekwa. In goal, number 22, Chris Highlander. Midfielder, number 24, Roger Levesque. Defender, number 34, John Kennedy Hurtado. Midfielder, number 77, Hugo Alcaraz Cuellar. Midfielder, number 23, Kieran O'Brien. Midfielder, number 18, Fawzi Halal. And defender, number 20, Zach Scott. With head coach, midfielder, number 6, Osvaldo Alonso.
Excited to watch Auntie play Will first.
There's a guy talking in my head, and he said that we're live on the stream right now.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet. The Zach Scott Testimonial match is now live from Memorial Stadium, hosted by the Emerald City supporters and Seattle Sounders FC, celebrating a guy who's got quite a bit of history here in Seattle.
Some may even say he is Mr. Sounder.
I think they made a whole documentary about it.
I believe
and
that's
everything.
correct.
I think I watched it today.
They're cool.
I made a scarf for him and everything here.
Nice.
Number 20, Zach Scott, man marker, legend, dad. That is hilarious.
Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, you never know.
Or maybe.
It depends on what day of the week. Well, now especially.
Well, now it would be reversed, I would assume.
My name is Gregor. I work for 107.7 The End. I'm joined by my friend John Manley, also of the same ilk.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
Hello.
This is exciting time to see so many people on a real frigid night here in Seattle come out and hang out to celebrate a guy who spent his entire career playing right here in Seattle in these type of conditions.
Yeah, cold, but a good night for soccer, I suppose. I mean, you don't want it to be warm because you get a little too hot going. Like, it's a good run around weather.
I'm wearing gloves and my hands disagree with you right now. It is
You're also not running around on the pitch.
Should we?
No. That is no.
Okay.
We're
You
not,
look very comfortable sitting there.
I am
in your
good.
jacket
I
and
am
everything.
cozy. I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of mark this as like my official start of the MLS season for me.
Yeah, we're about to kick that off here this
Yeah.
weekend, and it's here we are watching some soccer
Yeah.
ahead of it. This is a lot more friendly. It's a lot more fun. It's going to be not as serious and not as head down, determined. No studs up tackles today.
I don't know. It's Ozzy against Brad. I'm sure there's a friendly wager on this game. So
A couple team captains. There's Ozzy Alonso on the screen right now, standing up. He's going to be managing one of the teams here. Oh, a good wave to the crowd there with the Zach Scott Testimonial. Again, presented by ECS and Sounders FC. This, I don't know. It's not often that you find players that can play for one club for that long.
especially now in this time, in the 21st century, I guess you would say, there's not a lot of that. You're right, and it's really cool to have.
Look at that, Christian Roldan, Jordan Morris. Sorry to cut you off there, John.
They take precedent over me. There's no doubt about it.
It's fun to see a bunch of names of guys that are going to be out here today.
Now, are those guys going to be ringers? That's the question. Are we getting the rip off the hoodie to reveal the Sounders jersey?
I feel like their contracts will not allow for that to happen.
They have bigger fish to fry, I think. So.
I think we just got a Brad Evans sighting here coming onto the pitch. Back to the crowd here. It's exciting because so many guys that made the team before we knew about it as the MLS, before we knew about it as playing at now CenturyLink Stadium in front of 42,000 people. A lot of these people came out and supported when there was 1,000 people in the stands, and these guys played for peanuts.
Yeah. It spans his entire career and his family, too, which is really a really neat thing that's going to be a part of this as well. Like, his son's going to be out playing with us.
Coach Brad Evans there, getting a clap to the fans. You're joining us live here, stream thanks to Bootstrapper Studios, who's making this possible today. They came out and set all this gear up and had us out as the teams are about to take to the pitch. Tonight's testimonial is being produced and streamed by Bootstrapper Studios, broadcasters of the Seattle Sounders and S2. They do more than just soccer, too. Contact them for conferences, tech events, promo videos, bootstrapperstudios.com. Boom, boom, clap.
My favorite part of every Sounders match.
Looks like the Scott brothers are leading them out onto the pitch tonight.
Who's gonna tackle who first is the question.
Great atmosphere.
Yeah, shout out to ECS. This atmosphere is fantastic. For a testimonial.
Yeah. The refs match the Kasey Keller jersey. That could be troublesome.
Could be a problem later.
We go down to the field now for a performance for tonight's national anthem. Soundwave handling it. The longtime home of Zach Scott Tifo being raised.
Hey, we've got our first Tifo this season. This is great.
ECS always brings it.
What an incredible atmosphere. What an incredible... That's got to be wild to look up and see you on a Tifo like that, right?
Especially hoisting up the MLS Cup.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
As the crowd breaks into there's only one Zach Scott. You've got your own Tifo. This is a great way to lace up the boots one more time.
When can I get a testimonial? I want one of these. I should probably play first, I suppose.
Do they do this for baseball players now?
No.
Oh.
Especially not high school ones.
A long career of 4 years and change. Now, a lot of these guys have played together ages ago and have kept in touch through coaching and through other activities. Stayed cool with Zach here, and now taking the pitch together again to play one more time.
We actually have stats for this game, and there is a stat that we'll be talking about in a little bit that is absolutely mind-boggling how many games together these guys have played or accounted for as Sounders or as with teammates of Zach's. This is great.
I can't believe the fitness of everyone, too, to be out here still hustling around. Even the older guys looking like they've kept at it.
Coach Esmer's down here firing crosses in pregame. He's ready to go.
Look at that. What a shot as the smoke comes into the scene here for the Zach Scott Testimonial. Again, it's hosted by Emerald City supporters. Awesome organization. Seattle Sounders FC doing their part as well. Look at those jerseys on the players.
All right, let's play some footy. This is going to be great.
In an era where sponsorships and paychecks are the biggest ever and only growing, it's rare to encounter someone who isn't willing to uproot their family and travel the globe. Someone who loves the city, bonds with it, becomes a pillar. For 15 years, Zach Scott busted his butt to improve, advance, and capped off an amazing run by hosting up the MLS Cup. Tonight, a one-club man laces the boots up one last time. Welcome to Memorial Stadium at the Seattle Center tonight, the home of the Zach Scott Testimonial friendly match. My name is Gregor. I'm joined by fellow 107.7 The End host John Manley to watch a fun battle between team captains Brad Evans and Ozzie Alonso, all in the name of some great causes.
And those great causes, Greg, would be the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund. The Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund is an organization dedicated to funding research for curing kids with brain tumors. 100% of the donations go directly to groundbreaking research being done at Seattle Children's Hospital, one of the preeminent research labs of its kind in the world. And, of course, also the RAVE Foundation. Small Fields, Big Ideas, a charity founded to serve the greater Puget Sound community. Its mission is to build small, accessible soccer fields in urban areas that provide free play to shape young citizens, strengthen communities, and encourage physical activity.
And just like that, we're underway. You're walking through a fog of smoke, of green Sounder smoke to kick things off here.
Visibility is so bad we might actually have to do some real play-by-play here so people can follow along.
Kasey Keller with his first touch of the evening. It's good to see Kasey back out there running around.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool. Now, you got to imagine this is going to be pretty fun, pretty loose, and there's got to be a lot of joking. And Zach Scott with his first touch.
Hey.
You might have to play some defense.
At what point do you think he moves up? I mean, it's your last match. It's a testimonial.
Oh,
Ooh.
Just wide. Islander gets a touch on there just to keep it out of the goal. That would be embarrassing to go down that early.
First minute goal, never good.
We're going out for a corner kick. We're going to go short corner. Nope.
You can't have it on Zach's team either.
Is that Roger with a touch out there already? Oh, man.
I can't see through the smoke.
I know, right? So there's been quite a number of these guys that we said that have played together at the USL level for a long time that made it up here. Zach Scott and, of course, Roger Levesque were two of those guys that both had to pass the test to make the... Oh, my God, what a save. Islander gets a hand to it. That's awesome.
Good goalkeeping early on.
But these guys had to get it together and move up to MLS from a lower division, and so the pride that must come along with that, and for everyone who supported them the whole way, fantastic to see this.
You talk Seattle soccer history. I mean, these go down to some of the biggest names in the history of the sport here. You know, So it's neat to see them all out on the pitch. I mean, you can't tackle from the kid. Come on.
Zach Scott's kid joining Kalea's out there today, playing against his dad. I think that's interesting.
Well, yeah, you always got to want to beat your dad, right?
Yeah, get out there and prove you're the next big MLS star.
Yeah. How exciting for him, too, to be out there with legends of the sport, you know.
Well, these guys are like uncles to him, though. I'm
Yeah.
sure they grew up together, and they got to, he's been coming out and watching these games forever. He actually had access down to the pitch before, any of his friends, and that type of thing is awesome. Coach Ezra, a big touch there. It's awesome. There's Darren Savorsky. He's the coach of the Tacoma Stars, giving it up, though, in transition there.
Down to
Michael Tete, down on the left. The cross in. Danny Jackson with the expert handling of that, though, a fellow broadcaster.
Sends it away, no worries. Clear your lines like a true professional.
Speaking of clearing the lines, also clearing the smoke out of here. A little
Finally.
Seattle win. Marches in like a lion, but helping out in one regard. There's Roger on the side here. Tete holds it up. It's good to see Nate Jacob out there as well, too. There's Zach Scott with a touch. The crowd's going to go crazy every time.
Love that.
Nate Sturgis, who got to finish his Sounders career with an MLS
Oh,
Cup.
a nice little fancy 1-2 there. I like that. Well, and how about that, though? What a great way and what a great time to hang up your boots and to go out with an MLS Cup.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, you're walking off as a champion. That's such a rarity that players that get to do that. You think of.
Mishandled by Roger Levesque. He won't hear the end of that from the crowd. Even the mustache couldn't tame that beast. Ezra still playing the right back position here. Oh, it's good to see Pineda out there, too. He's in a coaching role for the Sounders now, but out hustling around with the guys, having some fun.
Nice to have him back.
Is he on there? Oh, he might be.
I think it's a loose line tonight, Greg. I think it's a loose line.
CT with the brilliant move, a big shot just wide left.
So that was our answer. Is anyone going to take this seriously? I think
like
you had your first moment.
It's so cool to see Zach's kid out there just hanging with all the adults running around.
So we're talking about all of these guys have played with Zach throughout his career, and if you add it all up, it's 1,234 combined appearances in matches with Zach, combined with the players on the field.
That's 1,200.
That's insane. Do you think they stopped him at 1,234? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, like stop.
That's brilliant.
That's
look at that big play over the middle there. Just a big hit. Might as well get a foot on it.
I'm sure Evans will have a talking to, give him talking to at the half. Don't waste good balls like that.
It's fun with the ECS flags waving. It's just a great preview for what's to come here. A couple weeks away from the home opener at CenturyLink Field, and also they're going to be hoisting the new championship banner, celebrating an MLS Cup victory. That's pretty sweet.
Who would have thought? You look back on last year's MLS season. Like, who would have thought in July that? I mean, you're not even talking about making the playoffs. You're talking about play for pride, or hang in there, don't embarrass yourselves, or and the next thing you know,
Nate Jacob getting the call for the shot, chested in.
Professional defense by, hey, we want to talk about numbers. There's one number that's very important here. 1.
Champions League winner.
That's right. Jimmy Traore, the only Champions League champion. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that.
Yeah.
On the pitch.
You know what he is? He's a real cool Keith.
That's what he is. Champions League winner for Liverpool.
All right, we're with Coach Brad.
Oh, we got Matt Johnson down on the field. Let's hear him. Uh-oh.
He dove. It's a dive.
Is that El Presidente? John Hurtado getting up and giving some lifting.
Does Coach Spencer make this really look easy? I mean, you look pretty stressed out right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty stressed. Have my cup of coffee, chewing gum until it turns to paste. That's kind of what Schmitz does. So
Any bet with Ozzy Alonso on the outcome?
no, we didn't make a bet. It's not allowed.
That's boring. All right, man, get good.
Jaworski with a great touch. He can bring it across the middle here. There's an opportunity. Oh, what a great cross.
Rebound,
Trying to be
rebound.
unselfish. You want to see Kasey Scott get a
Yeah,
shot on
yeah.
goal here. I think that's what everyone's looking at.
I mean,
He's up against his dad
yeah.
now. This is the rivalry we've been looking for. Oh, there's a touch from Zach Awani. That's
There
a
we
name
go.
we haven't
Off he
called yet.
goes.
That's awesome. Zach Awani with the bright yellow shoes. Those boots are good. Levesque.
Oh,
You're not getting around Kasey
stone.
Keller.
No chance.
Oh,
No chance.
Coach Darren Jaworski's just still killing it out there. He's definitely got he might be coaching these days, but he's still got a feel for getting a foot on that ball.
These guys are all moving pretty well.
Ah, that's awesome, man.
Keller chants going. It's
yeah,
great.
Children don't sing this chant at home. I wonder how long it's been since he's heard that one and felt good about it.
I assure you, there's a close-up. He was smiling right there.
Zach Awani now turning on the afterburners here. He's got Jacob out wide. Rushing down the left is Roger Levesque. Oh, a late whistle. Another Scott name being called.
That's
here.
a clear yellow. That's a
Defender
clear
Daniel
yellow.
Scott. A big hug will wash that yellow away. The yellow boots are all we're going to get on that.
No harm. No one's bleeding. We're okay.
Jaworski's backing it up, just a touch there. Getting a warning from the ref. What is this, about a 39-yard field goal attempt?
I mean, wide right. Ooh.
Oh, Jacob would love to have that again.
You'd expect him to do better.
Dude, Nate Jacob has turned from soccer to the nuttiest thing. He doesn't just run marathons now. They've covered this. He's in Oregon these days. He runs ultra marathons where he's running through the desert 100 miles at a time, man.
Not going to be able to do it.
That's not quite 4 marathons, but that's bananas.
I mean, do you hold that against him? And it's like, well, it's not quite 4.
I mean, well,
I mean, I guess it's impressive.
like, yeah. Does he put the? Does he, like the people that run the races? Does he put the 26 point whatever sticker on the back of his car when he's done? Or at that point,
I think he uses the 100 emoji.
He does. That guy also probably doesn't drive anywhere based on the running that he gets in. He's the real Forrest Gump out there.
Do you think he feels weird driving places?
I could get there faster.
I should be running right now. What am I doing?
This has been spirited play. It's good to see everyone out there taking it pretty seriously. Zach Scott with a touch here. The crowd loves that. Let's get him going forward.
I want to see him move up, play up top. Him and Levesque up top. Come on,
1-2 there.
Why not?
Guy scored a couple goals with his head, man. I mean,
A
Jacob
little
might
thunder and lightning.
take issue to that there.
I don't know who's the thunder or the lightning in that scenario, but good take, good take. By the way, during this match, there is a silent auction going on here at the stadium, but you can bid on the
auction items.
The auction items. Thank you yourself, right?
Just a huge wind-up and take there from Jacob Waxman. Just might as well give it a boot. Evans is going to have to get his team down here a little bit. They're a little high-strung and going for all.
It's early nerves. 10 minutes in, early nerves. Shots are a little bit off. But yeah, silent auction happening here at the stadium, and you can check it out for yourself over at zachscott.gesture.com. You can also, if you don't want to bid on the auction items, you can donate right there as well. So if you want to be a part of this great cause, if you can't be here tonight, go for it.
You could be helping out with the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund. That's in coordination with Seattle Children's.
And the RAVE Foundation,
Also,
and of course,
the Seattle Sounders Project. And,
correct.
And Zach Scott's got to send 3 kids to college.
He's got mouths to feed, kids. I mean, it's nice that they've got Callie out there because, maybe he can get himself a nice little scholarship and get him practicing now,
I'd say he's earning it right now.
Yeah, right? Put him to work. Put him to work.
We're just moments away from being joined by a very special lady to this cause today. She's one that's going to be hoping for that help with the with the scholarship fund as well. Oh, just moments away from talking to old Zach Scott's wife there. Alana Scott's coming to join us here in a moment.
What a great night for her and the entire family, right? Scott on the ball again.
Hey there. All right, we just did a quick brief introduction there, and joining us in the booth here in the 13th minute now is a lady who's probably has a lot of emotions going on right now, a lot of feelings about this.
I do, actually. I feel kind of awestruck, I guess, at the city's support of the Sounders, and then also directly related to my husband, Zach. And I was a little bit worried that there weren't going to be that many people here tonight.
Problem solved. Yeah, you can put that to rest.
Exactly. There are a lot of people here, and I think that just goes to show that, you know, they appreciate soccer and kind of what Zach stands for.
We have a goal.
Looks like it came off the boot of Nate Jacob across there. Kasey Keller's never going to hear the end of that.
Nope.
You know what Kasey Keller needed in front of him was Zach Scott.
Yeah, if only. If only.
Now, Alana, tell us how you got paired up. I know it's a heartstring story, but how you decided to work with the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund.
Our best friends, basically our best friend's family, their daughter Avery Berg was diagnosed with ATRT in August, which is a rare form of cancer, and it was a brain tumor right on her thalamus in the center of her head. And so since August, it's, you know, they've been battling it every day. It's, you know, they call it kind of a cancer lifestyle. You just don't really realize everything that goes involved when you're fighting something like that. And I'm kind of a person that I'm like, I want to do something. And of course there's not much you can do, but we decided that this was some small form that we could continue the effort and the awareness, and try to help support.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Now, do you think Zach would have wanted to do this type of testimonial match if he didn't have a cause like that lined up? He doesn't seem like the guy that's out here wanting to be showered with the support like this without a cause.
No, he does not like being the center of attention. He definitely, he would not have, we wouldn't be here tonight unless we were supporting something that was important to us. He really does not like to be the center of attention.
For
Did you have to
professional
talk him
athlete.
into it?
I did have to talk him into it. Yes. I think he's thankful. You know, it's not because he doesn't, you know, appreciate how everyone feels about him and that type of thing. It's just he really doesn't feel like he personally should be celebrated.
Well, he's like, it's like how he is on the pitch, right? Where he just goes to work.
Yes, and it's something that he's loved doing, and he has enjoyed playing. So he feels like he already won. He got to play soccer for 15 years, and so he's like, why are we celebrating this? You know, this is not. I don't know. He can't really wrap his head around why him specifically.
Have you had a chance to talk to your son who's out there playing against his dad? Did he have the butterflies? Was he excited? Does he have something to prove, a chip on his shoulder?
No, not at all. He was so excited to be able to be a part of this.
JKH with a big bump. Sorry, go ahead.
He was so excited to be able to be a part of this, and
we're on the board. We got to go.
Cam Weaver showing what an MLS professional can get done when he hits the pocket, puts it into the corner, off the post. You're going to want to get that one back if you're playing defense. We might have your husband might be thinking that one through again tomorrow.
He might be. Zach's going to push up to forward now. I'm calling it. He's like, forget this defender stuff. I'm going to go play up front.
Yeah, we've been calling that all day so far.
Exactly.
Yeah, we want that.
Who's more excited, Calais or Zach to be?
Calais is by far more excited to be out on the pitch right now.
You grew up with a lot of these guys, though, right? These guys must be like uncles to us.
He did. He actually called Brad Evans yesterday afternoon to make sure that he was going to be in the starting lineup. He didn't want to leave anything to chance. Brad did, you know, make Calais sell him his case of why he should be a starter. So
I said he could coach Wood.
Yeah, of course.
yeah, let's just say that if Calais scores, there's going to be some good celebratory dances. Maybe the worm. I'm not so sure.
I'd like to see this.
Another big stop there. I like that Calais is out there in his He's got his beanie on. His Sounders beanie.
Was that mom saying like it's cold out? Make sure.
That's me.
Stay warm.
That's all
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Alana, we'd love to know if there's a little insight, a little something embarrassing maybe that Zach does before he laces up the boots to come out, or something that he wouldn't want everyone to know. This is your last chance, probably, in a public forum to get a shot off him. I don't know if a good wife is going to do that. Or
You know, if I had something juicy, I really would share it. He's been playing for so long that, like, any type of player superstition thing is kind of out the door after, you know, that many years.
Sure.
I think if anything, I'm more the superstitious one. I'm like, oh, when I wear this jersey, you guys win. But if I
never the white one though. Right?
it's never the right one. No,
Never,
but if
never.
I change it up the day that I'm like, oh, I want to look cute instead of wearing a jersey, then it's like, oh, I lost. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's my fault. But no, Zach doesn't really have. He doesn't have anything quirky, I don't think. Not that I know of, anyway.
now, how are you adjusting to having him around all the time now?
So he's actually around a lot less now. Yeah, he has joined Slalom Consulting. He's working in their business development group.
Not messing around.
He's not messing around. So he has joined corporate America, and yeah, we actually see him a lot less now than we did when he was playing soccer.
Is he taking to it? Like, is he really adjusting to? I don't want to say civilian life, but I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah, he really is. So he actually started working with them part-time throughout last year. After practice and stuff, he would go in to kind of learn the industry.
Okay.
You know, he only played soccer for 15 years directly out of college, and it was pretty cool that they allowed him to do it part-time because it really
Sure.
let him kind of get his feet wet without, you know, being freaking out of like, oh gosh, this is now my profession. So it was a real smooth transition after the season was done, and I say that he kind of traded his kid team for now his adult team. He works with a great group of guys
Cool.
that are all really supportive, and it's been a pretty good transition.
And has he become soccer coach to the kids?
He has. So he's actually coached our middle daughter, Kaena. He's coached her team for the past 3 years now. And he actually coaches with Joe Berg, Avery's dad. And the girls are actually undefeated 3 years in a row.
Hey.
It's it's West Seattle Rec Soccer, but they're pretty serious. They're pretty serious about their soccer.
A win's a win. I mean,
A
Yeah,
win
right.
is a win.
Yeah, look out, Coach Smetzer. If things go south at any point this season.
do you feel like soccer is going to be a thing that your family continues to do now that he's hung up the boots?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's always going to be a part of our lives. I joke that I retired from soccer way before everyone else did, just so everyone else can play. But yeah, all our kids play.
Oh, easy as you like. Oh, he chipped him. There's one person who's very unhappy right now. Kasey Keller.
Let's get a zoom in on Kasey
Yeah.
Keller's mug right now.
I don't think he liked that.
Casey's turned his attention to the booth. I think that's.
Yeah, I think so too. Do you think Zach will get back with the Sounders organization or back to the MLS or soccer anytime soon? Or
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you
wants to
said.
do? Do you think Zach's gonna at some point get back into soccer, maybe join up with the organization of the Sounders or?
I think that's always a possibility. I think he was looking forward to a new challenge, kind of exploring,
stepping away a little bit,
and really actually challenging himself. It would have been easier for him just to stay within the organization in some role. But I think he was ready for that next challenge of, okay, what can I do now? What does this look like?
Well, a guy who was able to step it up from USL to MLS like that obviously is always going to be looking for a big challenge in his life. Alana Scott, thank you so much for coming over and talking to us today.
Thank you so much for having us. Thanks for being here.
Of course, we love it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, Kasey Keller is going to be real angry.
Not happy. Look at him. You can see him kind of huffing and puffing over there right now.
You can't take the competitor out of
No.
something like that. Oh, another big save.
Once
Ryan is
again,
coming up
100% of the proceeds benefited or raised today goes to a couple of great places, and she was talking about the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund. If you want to bid on some of the auction items or just flat out donate, it's really simple. Just go to ZachScott.gesture ZachScott.com.
ZachScott.gesture, GESTURE.com. You can do it right now, streaming along. Go check it out. Even
Absolutely.
$5.
Open up a new window. Boom. Done. You've done great.
There's some really cool auction items there, too. There's a Ladero MLS Cup final jersey that he was wearing that has been autographed that was up for grabs. This afternoon it was at like $450. Who
Amazing.
knows where it's at?
Amazing.
Again, that's ZachScott.gesture.com. Got a couple knuckleheads talking to you about soccer and goofing off here, but really this is to raise money to help with a very serious cause as Kasey Scott gets robbed. El Presidente just became the villain of this whole stadium. John Kenny Hurtado asking for forgiveness. He puts his hands in the air off camera. Watch out, Pineda on the charge here.
Good pullback. Coach Ezra's moving today.
He's not going to be moving so good tomorrow.
No. That's tomorrow, though.
His players tomorrow and whatever they've got going on right now.
Yeah, it's going to be an easy practice, I assure you.
Kasey Scott with a layoff there. Jacob Waxman taking it down the left side. He's got options.
Oh, he's got him streaking through the middle. Give him the ball.
Weaver's out wide. Tacoma Stars coach Darren Swatsky is out there playing the winger position. You never think that you're going to see Coach doing that. God, he's so fun to watch.
Do you think he drew the short straw there? He's like, do we need someone to go out wide? All right, I'll do it.
I'll do it, guys.
Yeah.
No, I bet you he's out there like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. You know, we've done a couple of these charity events now, and I got to say the quality of play it's always kind of better than you think it's going to be, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's fun. You never know who you're going to get out there and what they're going to bring, what kind of intensity that they're going to turn it up with.
We've been joking earlier during the pre-match, just trying to find out we're trying to pick out who's going to be the one that takes it seriously, because in any of these, it's like pickup basketball. There's always one that takes it a little too seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Zach Waddy turning on the afterburners. Look at that extra little sweep. Lays it off.
Easy.
We got 3-1. Nate Jacowa, the assist from Steve Zakawani.
Jake was trying to steal Zach's spotlight, man.
So those three guys right there, the Zakawani, Levesque, Jacowa, all played together on the early MLS Sounders squad. They have quite a bit of experience. Some crafty drafting by Coach Alonso there.
Smart move. Get a line that's familiar.
The defense of Brad Evans' squad here is looking pretty gassed already.
I have to say, I've not been impressed with Danny Jackson today.
Oh, shots fired. We'll make sure that gets back to him. We'll have a on-air battle.
Yeah, I can't wait for our first match this year. And I didn't say that. I never said that. Get out of here.
Score by number 21 and his hat-trick, Nate Jacowa.
Bootstrapper Studios is streaming for us tonight. Contact Adam for your video production needs. He told me ECS members will get a special rate of double. Oh, he didn't. He's not. He's not paying attention. I try.
Even better.
Well, at a 3-1 scoreline here, it's an exciting time to welcome someone that's helped put this whole thing together via an organization that we love and we all know from being at Sounders matches. When we hear the shouting, the atmosphere, the flags waving, sometimes you get a smoke bomb like tonight. We have Tom Biro from ECS. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
It's so great. You guys must be in full swing right now, trying to get everyone signed up and going for a whole new season.
Getting ready. Yeah, it's been a great but really, really short off season.
Sure.
Win MLS Cup, you don't really have too much time.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
thing.
There's no real complaints there.
Those 37 weeks of playoffs are.
Oh, we're so busy celebrating an MLS Cup. Oh,
no comment.
Yeah.
I like to have parties and selfies.
It's the worst.
Do not feel bad at all about that. But no, I mean tonight. We've been talking about this for a while.
Sure.
And it's really exciting to actually be here and see it happen.
Yeah.
Which is, and frankly, having it right before the season kicks off, I think people are super jazzed about it.
Oh, you bet. Yeah.
It worked out. It's really hard to get a lot of people to show up to play in these things, stuff like that. And this is not something that, is typically done in North America, really.
Right.
There's really only been one that I know about, Houston and Brian Ching. is the only other one that I'm familiar with. And Ching actually knows Zach because they played at Gonzaga, which is super strange. But anyway, it's fun. Good crowd.
It's crazy to see so many guys that played USL soccer with Zach out here hustling around today.
Yep.
As we get a substitution here. I didn't catch it. Whatever. Watch along on the screen.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. They'll go back in later. It'll be fine. Like it never happened.
Tom, what's the most challenging part about this time of year for ECS?
Ooh, most challenging.
Is it that
your Tifo game's already good. It's already strong.
You know, I think it's figuring out really like what you kind of have to not do right away, because everybody comes in, in the off season, like obviously super hype after winning a championship this year, but most years it's that you have a fresh group of volunteers, you have folks that have been around for years, and you have a million good ideas, and every year you're like, okay, what are we going to do different from Tifo, or what are we going to do different with the flags, or do we have 5 new songs, or whatever there is. And I think it's really about, it's like any other job, drilling down to the things that are really important and what's going to work.
This is a passion, not even a job.
For sure.
Crazy.
And on top of that, though, too, like, I don't want to say is it pressure, but, I mean, ECS kind of really leads the way for American soccer as far as, like, support groups.
Thank you. We like to think so, but...
And the other support groups around America like to hate you for it.
They do.
Right.
They do. There are some great supporter groups. At the end of the day, we get a lot of attention, A, because I think we do a great job, but B, there's a lot of attention on the Sounders. There's 40,000 people in the stadium every week, and we travel a lot, and so on. And I like to think we set a bar, but at the end of the day, we're setting the bar for ourselves and for the Sounders, not anybody else. Like, we could care what everybody else wants to do. It's really about just amping it up every single time for ourselves and for the club.
Sure.
So I like to think about this time of year, people getting excited about going to a Sounders match.
For sure.
3 weeks away until we do the
19th
Sounders FC Championship celebration is what they're calling it officially, to celebrate bringing that MLS Cup home. Tell us why people should get signed up and how exciting it is to join a supporter group like ECS.
I mean, it's not just about being in the section, if you will, being in the supporter section. It's about getting involved and painting Tifo and things like we did tonight.
And you have a league too, right?
We do. We have ECS Football Club, so that's another thing. So it's, some of it is just, it's a cool way to connect with folks that you might never connect with otherwise. It's like a lot of my friends in ECS, I work in, media and public relations, and I would maybe never go to the same bars that they do, or like some of the other same stuff, same things, whereas we all love the Sounders and we're all passionate about that. So it's a cool way to just meet people and get involved and do something. People are always looking for nice, we're going to get a nice call here, I presume.
I mean, I feel like if you follow the guest of honor, that's a card, right?
It might be, maybe not. I don't know. But he's having a good time with it right now. So, and man, they are going at Kasey Keller, who just
did a kip up. Wow.
Who just kip upped. That's not something I expected to see today. And I think he was skiing earlier today. So good on him to be able to pull that off. But I mean, just to come back to your question, I think it's just a great way to get involved. People are always looking to say, like, hey, what can I do? What's something different I can, be a part of for Sounders? And whether it's Tifo or waving a flag or helping design shirts or, just other things, everybody's kind of, you can take an hour, and that's super, super valuable. The group's all volunteers. Anything that happened tonight, hell, the Sounders people that are here are essentially volunteering to be here. So the players are all volunteering to be here. So you get to do fun things, and I think be a part of a community that I think in Seattle is very different than social communities, sports communities, whatever you want to say, in other cities. I think we have something really, really special, not just for Sounders, I think with other teams in town. And
that's branched out across the country too, right? ECS is now...
Absolutely. We have hundreds of supporters across the country, and frankly, there's folks in Europe, there's folks elsewhere. So, there's a group called the Heartland Horde, which is a couple of groups together, and it's kind of, the center of the country, if you will, and there's groups.
Shout out to Tropic Sound also.
Absolutely. So Tropic Sound, another group that's all way hyped about being involved. with Sounders, and that's something where and it really just takes a couple people. It's
Yeah.
like, the 5 people who all go to the bar together, and they're like, wait, we all like the same thing? Let's do something with that. And that's where a lot of those groups come from. And, some of it is expat Seattleites, folks that have moved elsewhere. And some of it are just people that, for some reason or another, fell in love with Sounders and want to do something cool with it.
Sure.
Awesome, man. Tell us how, if someone is just found out about this today, they're just watching, they're just hearing you for the first time.
Yeah.
Tell us how they can get signed up for ECS.
So if you go to weareecs.com, there's a join link at the site, or you can go to the shop. If you're interested in finding out more, but don't want to just, it's $30 for a membership, and that gets you a scarf and a shirt and some other cool discounts at bars and things. But if you're not sure about that and you just want to learn more, you can always log into the forums we have on the site and see what people are talking about, or show up at one of the bars if you're in downtown area on game day. Fuel and Temple and Merchants are some of the places that we typically pregame at. So showing up on, first kick this year at home, that's a cool way to do it, and just sort of see what's up and
find subcultures within ECS. There's
For sure.
Labara and,
absolutely.
Dry side supporters
Yep.
and all
And some of it's geographical and some of it's not. I mean, it's like I am a Bara subgroup member, and we just popped the referee here.
Josh had
so that's
it
good time,
coming,
right? But Bara, extremely popular. I think it's probably the biggest, subgroup, if you will. I mean, Bara would be a huge supporter group on its own.
Right.
I think we're super excited that they're a part of Emerald City supporters.
Shout outs to Hugo.
Sub dummy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ugo always loves his shout outs.
He
so I do Sonar Feed with Ugo on Mondays.
Yeah,
so
shout out to all those
he's
guys too. Sonar Feed's great, man. Aaron.
Yeah,
and,
big fans.
And Mark and everybody, man. That's great.
Yeah.
So, well, Tom, that's awesome, man. We want people to get signed up. We want to give you another big thank you for being a huge part of this happening today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, and thank you guys for coming out and doing this. I know
Oh,
it's chilly.
it's a
and
pleasure.
you're sitting outside, so good times. But thank you for having us, and we're sort of excited to see where the grand total ends up for all the great places that Zach and his fam have designated to get some funding tonight. So pretty exciting. So thank you both for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. Excellent. Take care.
I've got 2 microphones
Whoa.
now.
What does it mean? Double microphone.
Okay, so while we were gone, we got some substitutions I didn't follow, and whatever. It's
I think
fun.
we didn't miss any goals though, so that's pretty good.
We got a couple Hendersons out there now, I think. What an
Is
atmosphere.
Calais off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Calais came off.
It's probably his bedtime.
They're still letting him stay on the bench.
Yeah.
I see him down there.
Subbed off for snacks.
How freaking cool are you at school tomorrow?
Oh
You're
my
like,
God,
I was
right?
Just, I was just playing soccer with some Sounders, bro.
Brad, my buddy Brad gave me this jersey.
Whew, things getting a little chippy out there.
That's a rash tackle. That's a rash tackle for a competitive game. This is a charity event. Speaking of charity, of course, don't forget ZachScott.gesture.com. Bid on the silent auction. That's coming to a close soon. That ends at halftime.
And at the end of halftime, you have through halftime to get that done. We'll actually take a minute to go check out some of that stuff as well. A lot of updates coming in. Sounders FC on Twitter have been real good, and on Facebook. Also, follow at WeAreECS for the Emerald City Supporters official Twitter feed. There's a lot going on there. It's so fun. The people that we're surrounded with right now, the people that are streaming, you're some of the most hardcore fans of sports in the league, of soccer within the league, because here you are on a Wednesday night, a cold night if you're out here or comfy at home, watching it on a stream, giving your time for a friendly match of former guys that used to play.
Well, and I want to say this, and I want to choose my words carefully because I want to make sure that my point is made. And I think the most amazing part of this is we're not talking Clint Dempsey. We're not talking, it's not Ronaldo's testimonial,
Yeah.
So to take a guy, and now look, and this is what I want to make clear, like Zach Scott is Mr. Sounder, right? Like he's 15-year veteran of one team.
Speaking of which, tries to generate some action in the center there.
Someone's got to do it. With a 3-1 lead, you can kind of stretch a little bit,
that wasn't
get
even
a little bit more forward. But it's amazing, and it's really great. And this is a testament to ECS to take them and take that to that next level, and take a guy who isn't the star of the thing, and And
yeah, it's not the guy that's on the $9 million contract or something
Yeah,
like that. It's
so
the guy
it's-
that's like hustled for every inch and every bit of grit.
And make no mistake, a guy that deserves it. Like he is, thick and thin, right?
You do yourself a service by going and watching the short doc that they made about talking to all his teammates about it, the Taylor Grahams and the Danny Jacksons, about how he had to make that hustle and how he wasn't the guy that was expected to make the transition from USL Sounders, who won a championship, didn't know if their season was going to happen in 2008, and then here in 2009, he's back at it, running it again at the next level.
Yeah.
Matt Johnson down on the field here.
I love it.
Just in case you didn't get a view of that, Matt Johnson went and saw his broadcast partner, Kasey Keller, down on the pitch mid-game to get some comments from him right before he's forced to. I got that wrong last time. I apologize. Is it Ciaran O'Brien out there? Is that who that was? It was, yeah.
Yep.
I should know these things with the list in front of me here, but whatever.
It's okay.
Talk about space usually.
It's reading. It's reading.
Listen to Nerd Talk mornings on.
I was going to say, I don't even like you coming into the studio while I'm doing a show, let alone trying to manage goalkeeping in the middle of a game. That was incredible.
Yeah,
quality work. This guy's a real
He's
pro.
got the focus of a guy who's played all around the league and the world.
And hasn't played in a long time and no longer cares.
So the Seattle Sounders FC MLS season kickoff, this is a perfect warm-up for it, getting us excited. It's they're in defense of their MLS Cup championship, which no one saw coming about halfway through the year. And if you did, fine, good for you. But it was a dark time, and it turned around, and now we have a team that has this big shiny thing, and it's time to defend it so we don't get someone like Portland touching it again.
Never again with that, first and foremost. That can never happen.
So Saturday night, 5:30 on the road, so you'll maybe find a bar that ECS hangs out at or a comfy couch or something like that.
Right.
Houston welcoming Seattle, BBVA Compass Stadium in Houston. Recently been to Houston. Great for space stuff. Terrible for driving.
I've heard this.
It is far to everything.
Is it because there's too many people on the road driving spaceships? Is
S-
that the problem?
I'm going to correct you there for a second. Spaceships
Shuttles
are in space.
Oh, okay. So land ships?
Land ships.
That doesn't seem right.
Yes.
I think you need to recheck your facts. I mean, I know you're the authority on it, but that seems off to me.
So they'll be in Houston on Saturday, 5:30. The league kicks back off. It'll be interesting to see Orlando with a new stadium that they're really excited to fill up. It looks like that's going to be like kind of I feel like the club that rivals Seattle with excitement on the East. I think it'll be really interesting to watch those, how they develop their supporter culture and how they develop things and what cues they take from Seattle to make that happen.
Yeah, and you also get two new teams, Atlanta and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an expansion year. It's a championship year.
Minnesota, do they play in the ice?
No, that's hockey. It's a different sport entirely.
There's like 1,000 lakes in Minnesota?
Yes.
Do they play on water?
They play hockey on the water. That's frozen.
Frozen.
It's called ice. Yeah.
Frozen, okay.
Kind of like the spaceship land shuttle thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
It's same, but it's different.
Oh. Santa Maria Rivera.
Yeah.
He is not happy with that
Not
call.
happy with the call.
Also, the player out there most likely to be in at the drive-in.
Clearly. That band's back together, by the way.
I know that.
They're making a new album.
You like that new song? Didn't do it for me.
I feel like that's one of those bands that was a moment. And that was a great moment. This could be a great moment. Good layoff, nobody home.
Cuellar does not see that.
Keller quick out of the box now, quick to the ball, taking no chances.
Well, I mean, after your broadcast partner comes on the field in front of an entire state. Imagine if that happened in like actual matches. It would obviously
That
that's
should happen.
preposterous. It would
That
be,
should happen in matches. That'd be incredible.
You know, they go down and bug Coach Schmetzer in the 30th minute or whatever. Hey, Coach, what are you seeing out there? And he's like, oh, God, come on. But if it was on the field, earpiece in, or even like one of the refs, they wear those dumb microphones all the time.
Put some of those Snapchat glasses on them. Put them to work.
Snapchat spectacles out there.
Come on, these refs, half the time these blind refs aren't seeing anything anyway. Come on. So it can help them with the entertainment and visual. So that's good.
It's funny to see how it's almost halftime. It's almost time for orange slices. It's almost time for a well-deserved break. Some of these guys look like they're a little gassed out there running around.
There's at least 5 or 6 guys that you're about to see for 3 more minutes and no more the rest of the night, I assure you.
I think that's why the lineups have to be so robust, putting 20 guys on a side.
They'll move Zach up to midfield. That'll happen.
Oh, they are down the side there. Oh.
Ooh.
Just us going, oh. Commentary.
Much like us at matches. Yeah.
ECS to the rescue.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
I'm less drunk than I am at a match, so come on.
Valid. Valid. Still time, but not much. Get your auction items in. ZachScott.gesture.com.
Zach Scott.
Gesture.
Gesture.
Gesture. Am I saying that poorly?
Do a nice gesture.
Yeah, it's a nice gesture. You know, donating to charity.
Not like Margot, what's her name? A jester.
No. Clearly not.
Okay.
Gesture. That's a nice gesture.
Are you saying Pam or Pan?
P-A-M-N. Nope.
Oh, before we go to half, I got to give a shout out to my cat Peanut, who's streaming at home tonight.
Long-time listener.
Yeah, he's always supporting me. I appreciate that, Peanut. He's got thumbs.
I'm allergic, so I have my issues with Peanut. But
yeah, he can eat chips out of your hand, which makes it interesting for watching sports, and he can take a chip from you with his
little
thumbs.
Allergy ball is the stuff of nightmares.
How are you going to do that to Kasey Keller?
Oh. Kasey Keller did that to himself.
Respect.
He did that to himself. Come on, Kasey.
Oh, I didn't realize that Calais was back out on the pitch.
He took the hat off.
That old move, huh?
Oh.
Open goal after an overcommit. We've got a 3-2 match here going right into halftime. 30 seconds to go in the 45th minute here at Memorial Stadium.
I'm pretty glad you're the play-by-play guy because I don't know how you describe what that was.
Some floundering. Some
like
slow speed reaction.
That was like an oops and a whoops and a uh-oh and a goal. Then boom goes the dynamite.
There you go. Sound wave sounded great tonight.
I mean, the atmosphere here, you know, I know we're harping on it, but we should because it's really great. I mean, it's good-natured, it's fun, the chants are going.
And at halftime, we're looking at 3-. Was that called offside? Did we miss that?
Nope, 3-2.
Looks like a 3-1 on the board to me.
The lights are out on the scoreboard, that's all.
It's halftime from Memorial Stadium at the Seattle Center, where we have Team Alonzo in Rave Green winning 3. There we go. To Pacific Blue Team Evans 2. 3-2 here at halftime. We're going to take a minute to go do things that you would do in a break.
I'm going to buy Jordan Morris's cleats.
Let's go look at some auction items. This popcorn that's here at the stadium smells so good.
Shout out to the popcorn guy.
There's also a beer garden over there. So.
Okay, so we'll be back.
Brian Spencer now with Matt Johnson to take you out.
All right, obviously, what a great moment for everyone, all of us, to celebrate Zach Scott. I think he smiled at me tonight for the first time in 9 years. But give me a story, give me your thoughts. You grew up with him, really.
I'm going to give you one Zach Scott story, but I might need to move around, so you have to come with me. So just true story. If you guys have heard this before, I apologize. Played against the Whitecaps. Up in some small town north of the border. I'm talking to Tony Fonseca, the Whitecaps coach at the time. I'm going into practice game. It's a testimonial. It's a practice game. Just take it easy. We take the kickoff. Zach's Perfect. Let's leave it at that. How do you feel about Houston this Saturday? Good. I'll leave it at that. Thanks, Coach Spencer.
Just a reminder, make sure to stop by the auction table outside Section 3 for your chance to earn authentic Zach Scott Game 1 memorabilia. Zach will also be stopping by the table post-game to sign all winning items after the match. Proceeds from the auction will go to the RAVE Foundation, the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund, and Zach's Kids College Fund. Reminder, bidding closes at the end of halftime.
Takes a lot of nerve.
Why I oughta. Yeah, this is an incredible tournament. This is a great tournament. That's maybe your stream. I think so.
Once again, is Soundwave.
with Zach Scott and his brother. Let me get Zach here for just a minute. He's going to speak after the game, but where do you want to start? Kasey Keller in goal. Your thoughts on Kasey?
He needs to start making some saves. Let's be honest.
What about the coaches? Can you talk about the drafting process? It seemed a little one-sided. Can you talk about Brad and Ozzy, the draft? He's taken it pretty seriously, Coach Alonso.
Yeah, that's why I asked to be on his team. I think Brad tried to overthink it and put 2 spots on his team, but little known fact, he didn't realize how much I wanted to kick myself and my brother. So.
How cool is this? We were just on the other side, the trophy presentation, the parade, the rally, just in December, and all of a sudden here we are, here at Memorial Stadium where it all started.
Yeah, again, a bit surreal kind of walking into the stadium and realizing this is where I started my career and a fun opportunity to kind of come full circle here. But just a tremendous showing today. Really appreciate everyone being out here and celebrating kind of soccer in the Northwest.
We'll talk to you after the game. All right, thanks, Zach.
It's Memorial Stadium at the Seattle Center, the Zach Scott Testimonial match hosted by the Emerald City supporters and Seattle Sounders FC, about ready to kick off in the second half here. I'm Gregor from 107.7 The End with my friend John Manley. Good evening, sir.
Hello, yes.
John, I do mornings, and so this is way past my bedtime.
So you're getting overtime right now.
Shout outs to Space Bed.
What's up, Bed?
I miss it right now, man. It's awesome to be out here and watch these guys hustling around playing soccer. I think Zach Scott's got to put in a full 90 as he takes the field again. Number 20, come on out for second half.
I mean, you got to play like there's no tomorrow, right? Because there is no tomorrow.
This is the last time specifically.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Get that guy over here.
Everything was going great.
Hold on one second. John Phil here.
We're getting ready to kick off the second half. We're about to be joined by a very, very special guest. A man that will need no introduction, but we'll give him one.
Now, we're about to have a second half kickoff guest here. He can't be doing the kickoff himself.
Here, make that easy for you.
Roger, bring that mustache over here. How are you, buddy?
Hey, man, good to see you. How you doing, man? Good.
Roger Levesque, how many assists did you have in the first half? A dozen?
Just one, but it was off the back of my head. Not a touch that I think is normal, but maybe for this game it is. But Nate Jakwa getting on the end of stuff like he always does. And then we do have Zach Scott. That gives us the ultimate advantage. Mr. Sounder, he's unbelievable. It's great to be out here celebrating his career.
Is there pressure? If you're playing on his team, you have to win, right?
A little bit. Yeah. Ozzy's making sure of that.
I think we just got a 4-2 advantage here. It looks like Team Alonso coming right out of the gate here to put in a second half goal. That's incredible. Oh, that's the best. Is he a Scott kid? Looks like it could be. Dad sends him off the field. I feel like that's an advantage. He gets the game ball and everything.
Nice. How cool is that?
Maybe a future Sounder right there. I think he's going to have that memory for a long time.
I think so.
Praise from the coach coming off the bench there. Now, Roger, how good was it to score on Kasey Keller?
Well, actually, I did not score.
Oh, just to be part of a goal
part
against
of a goal
him.
on Kasey. I mean, whenever you can stick it to Kasey, he doesn't let many goals up. There's no question about it. But it feels pretty good.
Did he have a look on his face?
I know he's not happy about it. He's a really competitive guy. But he's down there with the kids right now signing autographs, so looks like he's bounced back pretty well.
That's incredible. How's your work going in the front office there? You do a lot with the community for the Seattle Sounders FC. What do you got going on right now?
I mean, it's just a full organization effort, presence in the community. Right now, the organization, Sounders, are really excited about the RAVE Foundation, building small soccer fields in urban underserved areas, wrapping the arms around the community and really taking care of kids and making sure that soccer is in their lives and having a positive benefit. So, we're just really excited and thrilled to be part of this community.
And are you ready for the new season?
I'm excited. Yeah, we're all fired up. I think this is getting.
Oh, we got to go way out there. Oh, gets his dad.
There we go.
Breaks around against Dragavon.
Oh!
Dragavon gives up the big goal. We have 2 Scott kids with the goal today.
I think that equals Zach's tally for his career.
And let's be honest, pretty bad defense by old dad there.
Really showing his age on that one,
Yeah.
Zach.
A recent MLS champion to that. Come on.
Yeah, wow. How the mighty have fallen. Well, let's talk about the new season. Excited, like big things coming to celebrate the trophy and all that, or?
I mean, I think everyone's just thrilled to get the team back on the field. I
Yeah.
think, and building. Not satisfied, still hungry. I think as an organization, I think as a city, and I think the team getting through preseason, and I think just everyone's really just pumped.
Sure.
You retired a few years ago, but were you excited to still get to be part of a big MLS Cup like that? Does it still sit in the same way? Does it sink in the same way as it would for the guys out there on the pitch?
Yeah, there's no question. It was such a special moment. I had a chance to be in Toronto. Our entire staff was out there supporting the team. And it was truly a special moment when the guys were able to raise that cup. And I think it's a testament to Adrian, the organization, and then the team to not only include the staff but then also the city in that. And I think everybody feels that.
Absolutely.
Oh man, so fun. You gonna get some more minutes out there?
I am. I think I'm doing about 10. So hopefully I don't pull a hammy.
Well, before we let you get out of here, stay healthy. But here's your maybe last chance to get a good Zach Scott story in.
Yeah, to get a good zing on him. You got anything?
Zach Scott, nicknamed the Mad Gorilla. I think that was Leighton O'Brien. He's out there, one of the old guys. Anyone was giving us a hard time on the other team, but this is back in the USL days, and we'd stick Zach on him, and inevitably he would find himself on the bench.
Well, I mean, there's famous footage of him just really giving Breck Shea a hard time at the MLS level, so I can imagine when the crowds weren't as intense and you got to get a real bruiser out there to go do something, it's pretty fun.
Zach is not a guy that you want to match up with in a game or in training, or at the lunch table, fighting over a piece of chicken.
It's all about the RAVE Foundation. Roger Levesque doing great work in the community with a gang of people that are just so rad from the Seattle Sounders FC. Thanks for coming up here and talking to us, dude. It's the
Thank
best.
you guys.
Take care, man. We'll see you.
Absolutely. Thank you. So we got action. It's 4-3. It's been brought right back within one goal again after a pair of Scott goals. Neither one from Zach, though. That's always...
How disappointing is that going to be? He can't even score his own game.
How bad is it that his brother Daniel didn't score yet either? Maybe that's still to come. I don't know.
Embarrassing.
Okay, let's see here. We are entering the 51st minute here, and we're excited to welcome somebody who's really close to the cause today. This is Aaron from the, let me make sure I get this right. It's from
the
Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund. I keep saying foundation. I keep messing it up. I apologize. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's so fun to be able to be out here and do something great, but know that all of the cause that everyone is out here for is raising money to help kids, especially with a subject that hits so close to home for a player here.
In pediatric cancer research and the research that's going on here in Seattle is a really a much needed cause. I'm so happy to have everybody out supporting it, and Zach has been an unbelievable partner in helping to fund this research for pediatric cancer in Seattle, and thank you to the Sounders and everybody for helping out. It's amazing.
It's incredible to see such a huge response, and it'll be great funds for you. How does the money get applied when it's collected here?
Well, the money goes directly to Seattle, the pediatric cancer research happening at Seattle Children's Hospital for pediatric brain tumors. And brain tumors are the leading cause of death in children with cancer.
Oh my gosh.
And the government only gives out less than 3% of total funds for healthcare to pediatric illnesses. So 97% for adults and only 3% for the kids. So really any sort of advances that happen in pediatric disease happens through philanthropy and through events such as this or people donating money. And so it's really, really important that people fund pediatric disease causes. And brain tumors are near and dear to Zach's heart due to his very close friends and family battling right now, Avery. And so he has been a significant help in trying to get some more funds for us for this disease. So.
That's fantastic. Seattle is a community known for its approach to battling cancer, where we have a lot of brains here that are putting a lot of power behind it. Who do you partner with in the community to help even achieve more?
Our funds are donated to Seattle Children's Hospital and to the doctors at Seattle Children's who are doing the brain tumor research. It's Dr. Jim Olson, Dr. Mike Jensen, and Dr. Courtney Crane, Dr. Nick Batanza. So those are the four main doctors that are, and Dr. Leary. And the funds, 100% of the funds that we receive go directly to the cause. There's no overhead whatsoever. It's an all-volunteer organization that we do. We put on an event every year called the Run of Hope, which happens in September, and that's where most of our proceeds come from, and then from other events throughout the year, such as this one. So Seattle Children's Hospital and is where all of our cancer research money goes.
There's a couple different ways you could make a donation right now via Zach Scott. ZachScott.gesture.com or even weareecs.com/Zach Scott if you want to show that you're paying attention to this game at home, or you're out here. Maybe you won't hear me if you're out here right now, but if you're paying attention at home and you wanted to contribute still, you can still do that. How else can we find more about what you guys are doing online?
Okay, we have two websites. Our main website is www.pbtrf.org. It stands for Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund. So www.pbtrf.com. And also through our main event page, which is the Run of Hope Seattle. And that is www.runofhopeseattle.org.
Love to hear a .org on the end of that, because it usually means that there's a really good cause that you're helping out with there.
Yeah.
Aaron, thank you for coming and talking to us and helping people understand what it is that they're helping and not just getting entertainment out of it.
No, this is fantastic. I mean, what a huge crowd and all doing good. So it's really wonderful. Thank you so much. We're very grateful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay,
thank
Aaron,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you. Enjoy the rest of the match.
Back here in the 55th minute now with things still at 4-3 here as you're watching along. Team Alonzo and Rave Green beating Pacific Blue of Team Evans. Still could be turned around, though.
Team Evans coming up kind of pretty strong here to start the second half.
Samosa out wide there, making the crossbend. Dragavon. No problem. Now, so the reason why...
Okay, so wait, you know this guy.
I know this character. I even snuck down, like a jerk, I snuck down on the field while he was warming up. That probably explains the first goal he gave up.
You distracted him.
Follow at Hey Gregor, you can check it out there. But plug. But Dragavon, I know his college roommate, a guy called Matt, and when the MLS Sounders happened, Dragavon was one of the guys in the goalkeeper pool, and they wore bright orange jerseys back then, bright orange kit for the goalkeepers. And so he got a long sleeve one for his buddy Matt, and Matt would sit at the front row across the stadium, and you could see him from freaking space because he would wear this bright orange goalkeeper's jersey. And on TV, they're bright,
right,
but not like they are in person.
Right.
That fluorescent is awful. Ooh, what's a big slap. That's a
penalty. Rash challenge. A rash challenge.
Spot. That's 1,100 rolls over on the side there.
You still got to sell it. It may be a charity game, and it may be an obvious foul. Still got to sell it. Still got to sell it.
Dragavon runs over to make sure. Give him a piece of his mind. Coach Sawatsky is out there throwing his hands in the air.
Asking for a card.
I hope his players from the Tacoma Stars right now are watching him to understand how it's done.
It's the subtle art. The subtle art.
Are we looking for the brace?
I believe so.
From the Scott family?
Now,
the
question is Zach Scott encouraging right now or intimidating?
What's he saying right now out there? Kid, you're going to shank it. Kid, you're going to shank it.
Is it a don't embarrass me or don't embarrass me?
Shut up, Dad!
Yeah.
The big boot. Right past Ben Dragavon, goalkeeper coach for Seattle Reign FC. I bet you they'll be chewing his ear off tomorrow.
It's a young Jordan Morris out there. And when you say a young Jordan Morris, you're talking really a young kid.
Yeah, because Jordan Morris is
15?
Yeah, 16 maybe. I think he just got his driver's license.
We're lucky in that we get really good access to the Sounders and the organization, and it's always funny when you get close to Morris and you realize he's really he looks so big and strong. I mean, he's a big kid and strong and sturdy. But it's funny because when you see him close, you're like, oh, yeah, he's still definitely a kid.
As compared to Zach Scott, who retired after 15 years of playing for one club, a one-club man.
Mr. Sounder.
As opposed to that, you see Zach Scott, and he's our age. Like on TV, compared to Jordan Morris, he looks a million. But then you see him up close in person, you're like, oh, he's just a guy.
Yeah, but how bad is that if he looks a million compared to Jordan Morris? He looks 15 compared to us. We should go to the gym.
Hashtag sit-ups.
We should do some working out.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I'm going to stick to karate. Hey, I'm going for my purple belt on Saturday.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to purple belt?
John will tell you about it on an all-new episode of Our Dumb Podcast. Thursdays on the internet.
Who's on that?
That would be you and I, sir.
Oh, that's tomorrow?
Is tomorrow Thursday already?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. We'll talk about purple belts, a bunch of other dumb things. Our Dumb Podcast. Follow us there.
Follow us at Our
Look
Dumb.
at those moves. Jimmy
That,
Traore.
Those are the moves.
Step overs.
Those are the moves of a Champions League champion.
Not the passing of a Champions League champion.
Not as much.
Of a Champions League
He's
defender.
Done. He's calling for a sub. That's fantastic.
Oh, he's back out, though. He's still got the leap, though.
Yeah, he just wanted to say his piece and get out of there. He's good.
Everyone knows he's being paid for the number of crossovers he does today, or
Well,
step-overs, rather.
Well, then he just made some money.
Tonight's testimonial is being produced and streamed by Bootstrapper Studios. The hard work of this gang is they eat their chicken strips and don't share like a bunch of jerks.
Don't make me have someone have to throw us hot dogs again.
They're also the broadcasters of Seattle Reign and S2. They do more than just eat chicken strips and soccer. You can contact them for conferences, tech events, and promo videos. Bootstrapperstudios.com. Hashtag chicken eaters.
And of course, where would we be without ECS tonight? They did such a great job, putting this whole thing together. And the season starts next week.
I mean, it starts in 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's Thursday already. Oh, my God.
No, it's in 3 days. It's Wednesday today. Yeah. Tomorrow's Our Dumb Podcast on Thursdays on the internet. And then Saturday, soccer game.
Got it. So
God, I can't believe it.
It's amazing. I'm so excited.
This is prime season to get signed up for ECS, and this is when they need help getting things going for the entire year. You can find out more at weareecs.com. They're all over the social media as well to find there. And they have a ton of fun events, or if you just think those TIFO are awesome that they put up, you can join and just help out with just financing that way, just with your membership.
Yeah,
which
or
is
if
cool.
if you want to do you can do.
Ooh, that ball sounded hard.
Yeah,
man.
they have they have Sunday League soccer. If you want to go play, meet some friends. Play a little soccer, nothing serious.
Was it ECS FC? I think it's
so many
awesome.
letters, it's confusing.
They do a great job, and they, no matter what happens, they get everyone and all the supporter groups together out there, hollering their heads off, even when they're mad at each other, which I think is the funniest when supporter groups get mad at each other and are battling. Everyone's out there supporting Sounders and making it by far I think it's the best experience for MLS soccer in the, you go to LA or something like that, and they have people there, but it's not.
No, it's my first soccer match. I was lucky. I went to a match in Italy. I've been to a match in England, and moving to Seattle, and one of the first things I did was go to a Sounders match.
Yeah, that
was one of my first days moving here, and as a typical at the time non-MLS guy, I'm kind of big time in a little bit, going like, well, I don't know, guys. I've been to Anfield. I don't know. I mean, I've been to a real event. And
sure.
Within 10 minutes, I think I was turning to you going like, this is incredible. This is wild.
Absolutely. And, we shouldn't take it for granted, because if you ended up living in another city that doesn't support as hard,
Portland.
Perhaps it would be people talking smack. They support hard in Portland.
Excuse me. I was sneezing. I had something in my throat.
They'll have to play the champs this year, though, 3 times. No, but when you go to a town like Chicago or something like that, where they don't have that support group, it's like, oh man, how flat must that be?
Right.
So,
it's one of the best parts about the sport is the atmosphere, and no one does it better than ECS. And just to be clear, I'm not being paid to be here, and I'm not being paid to say that. So
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'll take some money.
Tom Biro, one of the co-presidents of ECS, was up here earlier, and he was talking about how, it doesn't, when you join ECS, it doesn't mean that you're just standing in their section.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you're that you have to be in GA, because oftentimes people don't want to have the flags waved in front of them because they're trying to watch soccer or whatever. There's all kinds of other support groups that are all within it as well, and there's other support groups outside of ECS that are also valuable. All of it contributes to having an awesome experience for these guys to go out and take the pitch and play. It's cool. And then on top of that, Seattle Reign FC, I just found out that they've like doubled their attendance by having both sides of Memorial Stadium open, and they're blowing up. And with a TV deal this year, it's like really taken off. And then you compound that with the Tacoma Stars, who have their final regular season game of the season on Saturday down at the ShoWare Center. And we are soccer crazy right now. You have to think that a Sounders MLS championship only makes the rest of those leagues even stronger because the support gets even hungrier. And a championship for any of them at that matter as
I can't wait to see that banner.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. I saw Chris Henderson, one of the sporting director guys, he's one of the scouts that brings us people like Ladero. He posted something where they had it on his Twitter. You can follow him there. Where they had it, they had the banner posted in like the courtyard or something like that.
Man, that's so cool.
It's so exciting to see that.
That's so cool. Hey, Greg, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, ask me a question.
So Dempsey's back.
Yeah, that's true.
We basically have essentially a full squad now.
Guess who's back?
That's right. Deuce is back. How do you? Did we just get better without really doing anything in the off season?
I don't think that's how that works. You mean without making big moves or whatever?
Right.
You got to think there's a couple moves. There's going to be a learning curve for Ladero and Dempsey to get together.
I guess that's what I'm asking. How does that affect our season moving forward? Do you think they can all get together, play together?
Yeah, absolutely. It might be a little bit of a learning curve. The preseason has shown that for sure, where they're having to try and get together and make it all work out. But once they learn, you got to think that's going to be incredible.
I just think of Dempsey, Ladero, and Morris rolling down, towards the net. That's not going to be enjoyable.
And
for opposing
having
teams.
a little bit more depth and a little bit more ability to have some goal scorers is incredible.
That's a foul.
Wait, is there a
foul.
piggyback going on right now?
You cannot do that.
Is that a? Hold on. Are they?
Oh, I apologize. That is not a foul. We are playing testimonial rules.
Hold on. Wait a second. Is this like a Power Rangers thing where they're forming into one bigger soccer player? Is he about to get two more Megazords?
Or if they score, who gets the goal? That's the real question.
It depends on whose foot it comes off. It could be an assist for if Calais gets an assist for Dad.
Okay, interesting. We'll see how this plays out. What an amazing moment at the Zach Scott Testimonial match. Don't forget, the silent auction may be done, but you can still donate to help these wonderful causes, the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund and the RAVE Foundation. ZachScott.gesture.com. Check it out for yourself. Help out this wonderful cause. They're putting on a great show. We're having a great time, and you can be a part of it no matter where you're listening from.
So fun, man. Waxman crosses it over. That looks like a goal that's going to take Team Blue ahead. Pacific Blue is going. Who did that come off of? That's incredible.
Brad Evans must have had an amazing halftime talk.
What do they say? The hairdryer? Is that what Bertie used to do? We're joined now from the Seattle Sounders FC RAVE Foundation, which is so awesome. We're talking about the RAVE Green team just giving up a goal, though. This is inopportune to bring this up. But for the RAVE Foundation, Ashley, thank you for coming out and telling us about how these, first of all, about the RAVE Foundation. What is it that you guys are doing?
So the RAVE Foundation is the charitable arm of Sounders FC, and we just came under the Sounders last July officially, and I was hired in November as their executive director. And we raise money to help use soccer as a vehicle to do great things in our community. And one of the major things we want to do is build small fields in urban settings meant for free play. So we want kids who live in the city to be able to have a place to go kick the ball around that isn't programmed by rec or club soccer. And that's our main goal.
Now, how hard is it keeping Roger Levesque in line? I mean, that guy.
That has to be the hardest part of your job, right?
Is that all he wants to do is just run around and play soccer?
Roger is everywhere. And if it wasn't for Roger, RAVE probably wouldn't be where it is right now. He really put a face on RAVE last year and helped us launch it in the community in a big way. And I have to give him a lot of credit for that.
Who
Sure.
benefits the most from the RAVE Foundation?
Kids in underserved communities that don't have a place to play soccer and can't afford to join a club team or a rec team, but have some talent and want to kick the ball around and want to be creative and be leaders and learn skills and have fun on the soccer field. So it's kids who can't even afford a $50 rec fee. That's who our target is in urban settings, right all through the Puget Sound region.
And do you do clinics as well, or is it just
we do free
the whole
clinics?
thing?
No. So when we decide to put a field in, it won't just be the field. It'll be clinics and coaching and player appearances and tickets to matches. We're even creating art programs and some media leadership programs, all for RAVE target communities. We really want these kids to feel part of the Sounders community, and we don't just want to plop a field in and walk away. We really want to deepen investments in their
Sure.
communities. Yeah.
I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger today talking about how from 3 to 6 p.m. is kind of that dangerous time for kids where if they don't have something to do, that you don't want them to find trouble, and
That's
so to be able
right.
to provide for a community like
And
that.
imagine being at home in an apartment or somewhere with a lot of kids in your family and parents that are working hard, maybe working 2 or 3 jobs. You don't have anywhere to go after school. There's no field to go kick the ball around or have fun. So what we want to do that is provide that for our kids in our community.
Now, you guys love giving away soccer balls.
We also, you can't really kick a ball around if you don't have one, and good soccer balls are expensive. So we have pledged to give 10,000 balls away in the next 5 years, and we're over 1,000 already. And
Wow.
we do that to kids who need a ball. And if they don't have a ball, they should have a ball. A ball is an invitation to be creative and do a lot of fun things.
That is
And-
amazing. Well said.
Yeah, it really is. And if without a ball, you can't get anywhere. So every kid should have a ball. And if they ruin the ball or lose the ball, we'll give them another ball.
Okay, so let's say that I know a kid that needs a soccer ball. How do we
Just
connect?
go to info@ravefoundation.org, and we'll try to help you. And we really focus on underserved communities, so keep that in mind. We focus on kids in our RAVE target communities, which are really all around the Puget Sound region. But if you start by going to our website and connecting with us there, we'll do our best to help you.
Ah, it's so fun.
Thanks.
What do you like most about what you do? Like, what do you get the most satisfaction from?
Oh, well, I just was at a RAVE clinic at Yesler Community Center last Friday, and watching those kids work with Sounders, so Sounders Academy staff, they donate their time to come to the clinic and run this
I feel like a few of those guys might be out there right
yeah,
now.
exactly. High skills soccer clinics where they're learning from the best coaches ever, Sounders coaches.
Yeah.
And we're giving them a ball, and you should see their faces light up. That's what this job is all about, is sort of the moments and the experiences these kids are having without even knowing how special they are. It doesn't really matter. It matters that they're getting the experience they deserve, and that other kids have all over the world, but kids who don't have the resources don't. So that's why I do this job.
What's the next big thing on the calendar for you guys?
Oh my gosh! Well, we have a bunch of events going on. Part of building fields takes money.
Sure.
Which is why we're here tonight.
Yes.
So we have a lot of fundraising events going on for Back to Soccer Week, season kickoff week.
Oh, smart. That's a good name.
It's a great moment to sort of use the MLS Cup Championship moment for the spotlight
Feels good
on
to
the
say,
charity
right?
for Sounders. Yeah. And
we were just talking about that. There's a lot of buzz right now for even the other teams and leagues and everything. There's a lot of hunger for soccer when a team succeeds like the Sounders have.
You
And
bet.
so that must play right into your...
It really does. It's a great time to ask people to sort of be part of what we're doing to help our community. The Sounders doesn't. We want to invest in the community. We're here to lead and to serve the community and to invest, and that's my job. So why not use the MLS Cup Championship platform to be able to do that?
I see here RAVE Field #1 groundbreaking at Yesler Park.
Yes, I don't have a time for that yet, but it'll be sometime this spring. So it'll be soon, and then it'll open
God, it's
in
almost
2018.
spring, isn't it?
I know. Yeah,
Oh my
it doesn't
God.
feel like it tonight.
Yeah.
but-
I have my doubts right now, but
That was a near miss there, right off the post. Is that Roger? Roger knew you were talking about RAVE Foundation. He's trying to get a little bit of extra
Go, Raj.
attention for it.
Yeah.
Always, Roger's so generous.
There he is. Yeah.
Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us again where we can go to find out
So
more.
just go to ravefoundation.org.
RAVEfoundation.org. Perfect.
you.
Thanks so much for coming and saying hi to us. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, you guys.
Thank you.
So here we are in the 72nd minute with a 5-4 match in our hand. Team Evans has really hotted up here.
I'm telling you, there was something had to have been said in that halftime speech where
I bet you he took off his hat and everyone was like, nice hair, dude. I got a text message from Billy, a huge Sounders fan, who was saying to me that next time you see Brad, make sure to ask him why there's not a specific social media set up for his beautiful locks. I was like, whoa, dude.
BradEvansHair.com?
I know there's Brad Adam from Root Sports has his own hair Twitter.
Mhm.
He did not set it up, to be fair. That makes it sound like he set up his own. Roger Levesque has a Twitter account dedicated to his mustache.
Fair. That seems right. It's a great mustache.
That guy.
If ever there was a piece of facial hair that deserved its own.
Look at that roll through from Pineda. Incredible. Just a little too much on it. No problem for Ward. Picks it up. Look at that play-by-play. We break
well done.
5 seconds of play-by-play for every 9 minutes of
Now let's go
match.
back to talking about mustaches
Yeah.
and Twitter accounts.
Man, that's great.
It's our wheelhouse.
Yeah, man.
You know, we talk about Brad Evans' hair. I'm more concerned and interested in his legs, in that I hope he is, I know he's feeling better now, but I'm hoping that we get a full season of him, full strength, strong. He's so good.
Bootstrapper Studios is streaming for us tonight. Contact Adam for your video production needs. He told me ECS members would get a special rate. I won't say how much.
Ooh.
I don't want to be fired from the free gig.
And if you want to be an ECS member, now's the time to do it. This is the perfect setting for it.
Boom.
Boom.
We are ECS.com or bootstrapperstudios.com. They put a lot of work into this. They have so many cases back there that someone had to carry in, and it was
Not us.
It was not me, and I feel sort of guilty, but I'm also going to run away as soon as possible
Correct.
afterwards. I'm like, they have people for that? No. Those
No.
people are them.
Yeah.
Look at those flags waving from ECS already practicing here. I can't believe the season kicks off Saturday, dude. That's bananas.
I completely, and I'm sure someone on the internet's going to get mad at me for saying this, but like I completely
good.
didn't even think about. I thought that they just had. I just thought that they had. The first match was the home opener.
2 weeks to go?
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, I've got plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty. No, Saturday.
Yeah,
You got, like,
no,
big
yeah,
plans.
okay.
You want to eat wings?
I absolutely
What's the
want
best
to do
soccer
that.
food? Let me ask you a question.
Oh, I got this. This
Yeah.
is good. A sausage of some kind. Street meat.
Street meat it is.
Without question.
Oh, man. Are you for the cream cheese on the dog?
Oh, I'm
Seattle dog it is?
Greg, I'm from Wisconsin. If you say cheese of any sort on anything of food, it's like, yeah.
I'm trying to think.
There are rules to this game.
I
That's one of them.
Is it okay that I want to eat wings with soccer? Is that like a...
Well, here's the thing. If you're eating wings...
What is John Kennedy Hurtado doing up here?
I think if you're eating wings, wings is fine if you're doing the... if you're watching at home, sure. Like if it's a road game and we're like going to the bar to watch the game or whatever.
That's what I'm talking
sure,
about.
yeah, okay.
I'm plotting out my plan for Saturday at 5:30.
Okay, yeah, no, that'll play.
Oh, okay, just it's helicopter time now.
Cool.
Someone's getting a sweet picture.
What if it came down and took Zach away? Like, what an outro.
And then we never heard from
Never
him
again.
And he was okay?
That would be a bonus.
It returns him to his volcano lair in
Yeah.
Hawaii. He's actually a evil mastermind.
It was him all along.
Those children he's carrying around are his henchmen.
Those aren't babies at all.
Oh, Nate Jacob was back in the game. I'm really paying close attention here.
Well, they squandered all the goals he scored earlier, so he's probably got to put him back on the board here.
That's a good point. If you leave in the first half with a hat trick and then you find yourself down 5-4, you got to be sort of disappointed.
Get in there.
Oh,
That's great.
A thing of beauty. It looks like the hair of one Steve Zakawani. I can't get a confirmation on his number.
I do believe that is definitely Steve Zakawani.
He's got the bright yellow shoes.
For sure.
Steve Zakawani with a big goal, leveling things at 5. Jacob Zakawani both on the pitch at the same time. It feels good.
Always nice to see him out playing again.
You know, there was some real talk about him perhaps going for it for this season. He traveled with the team down to Arizona to get some preseason in. He ultimately had to be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Come on, dummies. Checking back in, Jimmy Traore.
Liverpool red, Jimmy Traore.
Wearing Pacific blue.
I like it. My two favorite teams.
Jen, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me a question. Go ahead.
I'm really torn with the idea that it would be interesting to not have a non-Seattle team. Like when you watch English soccer and you don't have a team that you're pulling for.
Right.
Where you're just watching for quality of play and love of the game.
Right.
Do you think it's possible to give up a team once you've cheered them for a decade?
So you're saying, let's say you moved to Houston, your love of spaceships has gotten you, and you've moved to Houston.
Love spaceships.
And they are home of the Dynamo.
The Saturn V rocket is just the best.
Stay on task. Stay on task. We're talking about rockets.
Yeah,
we're
Saturn V.
We're talking about soccer, though.
Okay,
so you moved to Houston.
You don't understand, man.
No,
that
I get
thing
it.
took humans to the moon. It's giant, man.
Take you to the
it's
moon.
the size of 2 giraffes stacked up on top of each other.
I don't know how tall a giraffe is.
Laying down.
All right, so you moved. Clearly, you love Houston.
Right off the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You're moving there.
No, I don't like Houston at all, but I love NASA.
Okay, so you've gone there to become a NASA groupie.
Okay.
You'll never be an astronaut, but you can be a groupie.
I don't want to be a groupie. That's gross.
No, this is all hypothetical.
I'm married.
But
How dare you?
80% probably true.
Okay. Sure.
So you're asking, is it okay if you moved to Houston? Are you okay to cheer for them? To become a Dynamo fan?
Okay, so A, Sounders till I die.
Okay.
So no.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that if let's say your team is, let's say you're a bandwagon fan who just found out that you love Leicester City.
Okay.
Okay, and boy, they're so good, except for this year.
And then quickly rewind and just realize that no, maybe not as much as I thought I did.
Okay, so but let's just say you're like, wow, I really love them, and it's been 10 years.
I like Chelsea now.
I've loved them for a long time now. Is it better off to give up a team and root for a league and the narrative of a season?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Or to have a favorite that you follow die hard?
I think it depends on...
Handball.
Clearly missed by the official, who, let's be honest, has done absolutely nothing tonight, save for one penalty.
Head referee Josh Breyer.
Yeah, one penalty call. I think it depends on. I think that's a decision you have to make right away. So, like,
I've got 10 years invested in a team, and I'm trying to pull the plug and not. Oh, look at that!
I think if you're
there's
like
one thing Nate Jacowa does well, it's turn that ball as a postman like that, be able to get that ball whipped around.
He's going to need another goal. All right, so I would say this. This is what I would say. I would say if you haven't like actively hardcore rooted for a team, a specific team. You know, you don't have any tattoos, or you don't have never bought season tickets, or a jersey. Well, a lot of people have jerseys, but yeah, like if you're not like a card-carrying member of that squad, then sure, root for the league. But if you've celebrated victories, like
might as well do fantasy sports if that's what it's going to be,
right?
Then, right? Okay, joining us now from the third mic is Alicia from Bootstrapper Studios, making all of this possible for everyone to watch at home tonight. And hear us talk about soccer and other forms.
Why do you keep letting us in here? Why do you like? That's the first question.
You're not supposed to say I know.
Well, I hadn't met you before, so clearly the vetting process was
now this all makes sense.
Fool me once.
Yeah. Fool me 3 times. Ooh.
Shame on Adam.
Shame on Adam, yeah.
Exactly. It's all Adam's fault.
Producer Adam.
I'm completely going to blame Adam.
That's perfect. That's fair.
Hashtag blame Adam, everybody, on the internet, if you would.
You should see Adam, though. He's kind of running the whole show right now.
Ooh, near miss there. As you're just over here.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out with you guys. He's like, the musician with the harmonica strap on and stuff. He's got the whole thing going on. Yeah, exactly.
Stomping his foot.
Yeah, the one-man band, yeah.
Yeah. That's what he's doing back there.
Well, this is
great.
This
is our home field. We normally produce. You don't even know what's happening because you're talking to me.
They could watch the stream. That's what it's there
Let me see what's
for.
going on.
That's true. You could watch the stream later. Just go to bootstrapper.com.
There you go.
Professional plug.
See?
You've done this before.
I have not.
Well, then you should.
I am usually
That is
behind.
a sly plug.
I'm usually behind.
So you guys are also responsible for other matches. I've seen in context at Starfire for like an S2 match.
Right, we do S2, the USL team for Sounders. We love that. We've been doing that for a couple years.
And then additionally here, tell me about the growth of the Seattle Reign FC.
The what?
Seattle Reign FC here.
Yeah, we love them. This will be our 5th season, hopefully, broadcasting them. They just, got a sweet deal working with Lifetime, so we're hoping to keep working with them.
We got that TV money. Means you guys are going to get paid.
I hope so, yeah. That would be great. But we love it here. I mean, this is...
How have you seen the turnout change? We were talking about this
I was telling you earlier, it's like almost doubled. We have thousands of people who watch the stream online from all across the country and world. So it's been pretty amazing.
Glad I didn't know that before we started.
Well, this one is about 1,000, just under 1,000
turn my
tonight.
mic off.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want to promote the stream too much because we wanted people to come and pay.
Absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
Put money into the foundation and.
Which you can still do if you.
Yes, you can. Just go to the ECS website.
Or to
ZachScott.gesture.com.
Also, there's a bunch of different places. We are ECS.com/Zach Scott is another way. So you can still give money to help with the. I couldn't say this when the nice lady was here, but the Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund is who this benefits, and the RAVE Foundation from the Seattle Sounders, who we've heard from today. Plus, Zach's got to put 3 kids through college.
He does have to
and
do
some
that.
Of the
Maybe 2. One's looking pretty good on the pitch.
Maybe he'll end up,
We might get a break on one.
Jordan Morris, yeah. Well, of course, Jordan.
Was that Did Roger Levesque just come around on that one like an
No, that wasn't Levesque.
Who was that? It looked like white sleeves. I didn't see it. You're right, though. Was that Cyril O'Brien?
Wow. What a rip.
Wow, well.
That was a blast.
So we're a goal ahead now for Rave Green, Ozzy Alonso.
I think this is all set up for Calais.
A pass out wide here. Cam Weaver.
There it is.
Oh, there's through the center. Ben Dragovon just watches that one drift out wide.
Yes, they're working real hard to give him a shot.
How cool has it been over the last 5 years to watch a bunch of national athletes play here at Memorial Stadium, and then to be able to turn on, say, like the Women's World Cup and see them on TV there?
Yeah, it's amazing, and they're just really humble and amazing ladies too. Getting to know Megan and Hope a little bit in the stadium has just been fun. Of course, Hope is like a pocket person. She's like, I could carry her around in a backpack.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
That Rapino is so fun, and she's got such a fun, mischievous, playful attitude also.
It's been fun to watch the other ladies come
Kid
up,
versus
too. Dad.
You're about to get schooled, kid.
Ooh.
Ooh. Spoke too soon. Let's see a big cross. Kid, when you school your dad like that, you're grounded.
Yeah. Yep. No orange slices for you after the match.
No
that's for
screen
sure.
time for you, kid.
Yeah, I'm taking away your iPad.
I would have to watch my brother do that. With the kids and the iPads and the...
But Dad, then I can't watch Bootstrapper.
Bootstrapperstudios.com.
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm a soccer fan. I have kids who've played soccer for years, and watching the real change. Whoa, here he goes, here he goes.
Oh, what a drag back.
How did you get started with Bootstrappers?
I was going to say the real change has been watching Adam become a soccer fan or a sports fan in all. He was completely not a sports person, and he is down for it now. He is all...
You can actually hear all about that if you go to soyou'rinseattle.com. I had a chance to sit down with him for a podcast called So You're in Seattle. Adam Weigel came in and told us all about it. Oh, that is an advantage right there.
Easy as you like. This is getting good for a second, then right here at the end, once again, the green team.
That's Hugo.
Right back on top.
Alcaraz Cuellar. But it must be fun to watch people get infected by soccer effectively. It's something that with the Sounders MLS squad, as the excitement for the Sounders has blown up, it's really taking over. And when you add a championship to that, suddenly you're looking at a team that's bringing in new fans. We all saw it happen with the Seahawks a few years ago, where everyone went Seahawks crazy. And now it's on an organization to keep growing. Well, the Sounders are just starting that.
I love watching it. We actually streamed the victory march.
Oh, I was going to say, did you get the parade?
We did that.
Awesome.
It was so much fun. Yeah, I've been a lifetime Seahawks fan. Like, Jim Zorn poster on my wall as a little
Nice, nice.
Cool. But this has been really fun to watch, and they worked so hard this season, so it was really fun.
I know it must be hard on the players, but it's cool that it's kind of the off season too, having a summer sport like this. Not tonight, obviously, but like for the most part, watching soccer in Seattle is like perfectly timed with the right time of year. We've yet to see Zach Scott post up in the forward position. Yeah.
Do you think they like spread the waters and just let him take one?
a little Moses action there.
Kid,
Yeah.
Does he not realize what they're trying to do? Maybe he's tired. He's been out there all night.
I don't think kids that age get tired.
He's just got short legs.
Yeah.
Compared to like.
It just takes a while to get down
Waxman there.
He's just being shy.
Yeah.
It's got to be so mind blowing to play against guys that like your dad, has played with forever. Roger Levesque is playing against you at the time. That's got to be pretty bananas.
Yeah.
Oh, great hustle. Weaver with the hustle.
Oh, flag was up. Oh, no.
Corner kick off of Zach Scott there. About to see some substitutions here, some turnover. Just 3.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I can't tell if I look at this. Oh, the times are. That scoreboard is real jacked. The 90th minute, we get a standing ovation here, as it looks like we're going to see the end of the night for Zach Scott, Mr. Sounder. 15 years of experience playing in different Seattle Sounders iterations.
What an amazing story.
Runs over to shake hands. They think they're going to run out the clock here. He's going to leave on the wrong side of the pitch.
I think he's got a victory lap to take.
I feel like there might be something planned here.
He's why we're here, folks.
Interesting to hear his wife Alana say that he would not be here if it wasn't for a good cause. The Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund, the RAVE Foundation, and saving some money for college.
Yeah.
If there wasn't that reason, he wouldn't want this attention. And so for him to run over there and give the attention back to everyone that's a big deal, I think.
Yeah. Alicia, as we wind down and get ready to hear that final whistle, we do want to thank you for letting us come out here and be silly and be goofy. So thank you so much for letting us.
Yeah.
You guys are the real heroes. You do all the hard work.
Yeah.
You're not going to help load out the cases after this?
No.
My alarm clock goes off at 3:41 tomorrow. I'm done.
You have a pass.
He's my ride.
Yeah.
He's my ride.
Nice. I like how that worked out. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Full time at
Thank
Memorial
you.
Stadium as we see the end of the match go 7-5. Team Ozzy Alonso and Rave Green will be the champions. Brad Evans will have a lot to think about with his 5 to 7 weeks on the sideline with the Sounders. Ozzy will be. I wonder if they were competing for who's going to wear the armband in the season.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Love seeing the Rain FC jackets go walking by. This is cool.
Fantastic atmosphere, a fantastic event for fantastic causes.
Also, to celebrate a guy who doesn't want the attention, who doesn't need the accolades, a guy who worked his ass off at all turns to try and make it to the next level every time. Every time you counted him out, he was back. All the way to the point where his career ends at the top with an MLS Cup. He's the Nico Rosberg of the Seattle Sounders, walking away when he's at his height.
I mean, walking out as an MLS champion is one thing. Walking out again as an MLS champion and then having a testimonial match in your honor. I mean, what better way to send off Mr. Sounder?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
We didn't see it's something that you never see, and again, it's a testament to the awesome support groups and the culture created by Seattle Sounders FC, the Emerald City supporters, all the different support groups that are out making this possible. But those two groups specifically made this happen tonight. It took a lot of work and a lot of coordination from everyone to get this to be the success it was. Thousands of people here celebrating, and that money goes to actually help in a positive way. You're actually doing something fun that has a positive balance from it, which is really cool.
So you can have fun and feel good about yourself afterwards. That's the best.
Okay, plug time.
Plug away.
We are ECS.com, SeattleSoundersFC.com, PB.
You can do it.
T.
Yes.
RF. Right? PTBRF.
You got it. You got
.org.
it. You got it. You got it.
Pediatric Brain Tumor Research Fund. So PTBRF.org.
You did it.
The RAVE Foundation.
That's it.
And a shout out to everyone who came out. You can find Mr. Manley at Manchild1077 on the social medias. Find myself at Hey Gregor. Listen to our radio shows on 1077 The End. That's what we do best. This is just for fun and for kicks to celebrate a guy who's running towards the sideline of the field here, celebrating the people that celebrated him. From Memorial Stadium for a broadcast of a lifetime, we're going to hear from Zach Scott now. Have yourself a great evening and enjoy some words from a guy who put it all in for all these years.
Good night, folks.
And Ozzie Alonso's green 7, Brad Evans blue 5. Want to thank everybody for coming. Obviously the season starts Saturday, but you're here because of this man to my left, Zach Scott. Again, give him another round of applause. The proceeds, I don't want to say are just going to Zach, but they're going to some amazing places, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And from Emerald City supporters, Tom Barrow, Heather Satterberg, and Sean Wheeler are going to present a check for $65,000. Think about that. Only in Seattle can a guy retire, and we're giving you $65K. Here's Heather for a couple of words. Heather.
On behalf of the Emerald City supporters, we present this check for $65,000 to our hero, Zach Scott.
It's definitely a surreal moment to be here. This is not the attention I've ever wanted, but the fact that it could celebrate a lot of these guys who have grown soccer here in the Northwest for years and years and years and came out here to do it one more time with me is just fantastic. And obviously above and beyond, the biggest thing is the opportunity to give back to the community in the form of charity to the RAVE Foundation and to Children's Hospital in their children's cancer research. So this is tremendous. Really appreciate it, you guys. The soccer definitely wasn't pretty at times, but in true Northwestern style, we pushed through and ended up being a great game. And all of you guys were here to celebrate it with me and my family, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. All right, one more time. Zach Scott.